Finished quilting are the same. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Carly and I like to sew, crochet, pretty much do anything that's craft related or any kinds of hobbies I really enjoy. So that's what this channel is for. Today's video is going to be bulk sewing for my upcoming markets. I have one in a little less than 2 weeks and then another one the weekend after that. So I have a lot of preparing to do. So I'm going to be making makeup bags like this one. I'm going to be making a bunch of these in this larger size. I haven't quite figured out the measurements for the smaller makeup bag size, so for this market I'm just gonna do this size. And then I'm also gonna be making Kindle and book sleeves. This one I made yesterday. This is a Kindle sleeve. I think it turned out really cute. I'm getting labels from Dutch Label Shop. They're coming in the mail today. This one is one that I just made myself that I've been using on my wristlets, but I want to sew labels right here. Those labels should be coming in the mail today, so I'll be able to do that. Or I'll sew them down in the corner and do a little bow. But I need to make keychain wallets to go with my wristlets that I've made. So here's this one that I made yesterday also, I think. I haven't cut the bow yet because I need to use a lighter so that the ends don't fray, but I just haven't done that yet. Sorry, the sun is coming out this morning, so I'm gonna close that. So last night I cut out probably, well, almost all of the fabric for these projects. I still need to cut out some liners for the keychain wallets, but that should be pretty easy. And then I also ironed everything. Here is my large stack for larger book sleeves. This is the liners and the outer fabrics. I haven't counted them or anything, so I don't know how many there are. I also need to pair all of them with liners still, but and then this is my stack for Kindle sleeves, just all the same fabrics as the book sleeves. And then these are my keychain wallets, and I ironed on the fusible fleece. So big stack of those. I'm hoping I'm able to get all of this done in the next 2 weeks. We'll see. If I have to, I will just try and get some of all of them done. I cut out enough to make 2 of each pattern, and also most of the Kindle and book sleeves there's 2 of each, so worst case scenario I'll just do 1 of each, but I'd like to get all of it done. That's the goal. And the last thing is makeup bags. So as you can see, some of them I have the batting for, but I ran out of batting. I have more coming in the mail today, so I can get quilting those. This is all of the liners and outer fabrics. There's just 1 of each fabric, I think, but I think there's like 7 of these. And then I also have this one that I made that turned out good, so I just didn't have my labels yet, so there's no label on it. I also haven't sewn the liner shut yet because I needed to change thread color, but anyway. For the next 1 to 2 weeks I'm going to just be putting all these together, and hopefully I can get it all done. I would love to. Now I'm going to start cutting out zippers for the makeup bags and book sleeves, and then hopefully my batting will come and I can start cutting that out, and then we'll get to quilting. Hi, good morning. It is Wednesday. The market is next Friday, so I have a little over a week, and I have a lot more to do still. Last time I talked to you, I think I was cutting out, no, I don't know what I was doing. But since I last talked to you, I have cut out most of the zippers and matched up all of the liners and the outer fabric. And I got my batting in the mail and I cut out all of the batting. I didn't have quite enough for all of the fabrics that I've cut out, but I ordered some more that should be coming probably today or tomorrow. But anyway, I started quilting last night. This is what I have done. Just some book sleeves, and then actually I think they're all book sleeves. I thought some of them were makeup bags, but I think they're all book sleeves. Anyway, I was quilting those last night. I was having some problems. If you watched my last video where I got my new Juki and I was trying it out for the first time, I made this and I had some issues with the threads. I'll show you again, maybe. If you can see these threads that are kind of like looping, and then like this whole line of quilting came undone. It wasn't catching the bobbin thread correctly, so I don't know. Sometimes, okay, it only happens when I increase the stitch length because I like to do 3.5 for the quilting, and then I normally do 2.5 for everything else. But when I was increasing the tension to 3.5, it was starting to do that, like looping. But it would only happen sometimes, which was where I was having the problem, because I would quilt it and I would think it was fine, and then I would look at it and some of the lines would not be correct. And I didn't notice on here until after I made the whole bag, so that's why this one's mine for my camera stuff. But anyway, last night I was trying to quilt and I was just having a lot of issues with the stitches not coming out right, and I rethreaded the machine a couple times. I rethreaded the bobbin, I cleaned out the machine even though I've not even had it for a week, and just nothing was working. I ended up increasing the tension a little bit and that seemed to work. I was able to quilt all of those panels and I was checking on the lines and they all look good. But I don't know, I'm just kind of confused because on my old machine, my brother, I never touched the tension, and I'm a little bit confused on if you're supposed to, because I don't know, I've heard that you're not supposed to mess with the tension, and then other times I've heard that you are supposed to mess with the tension. So I don't know if when you increase the stitch length you're supposed to also increase the tension, or if it all just depends. I don't know, I've tried to Google it, but I just haven't gotten a clear answer. So if you know, or if you know what the problem is, maybe it's not the tension, just let me know. But for now, I think what I have set up is going to work. Yeah, I don't know. I have only ever sewn on the one machine that I have, and also like what I sewed on when I was learning in school, but nothing like this before, and I've just never had to mess with the tension before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But because I was able to increase the stitch length on my brother and it was fine. Like, I wasn't having any of these problems. It would just work. I don't know. Anyway, it is 8:08. I have to leave for work soon. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do very much this morning, but just wanted to update you, and yeah, I still have a lot to do. I need to finish quilting everything and then actually sew everything together, which I keep saying it, but I really hope I'm able to sew at least most of this stuff before my market on Friday. And then I have another market the Saturday after that, like a week later. In my last video or two, I was saying how my next market was my like 9 to 6 p.m. market, but I ended up signing up for another market, which is the one that's next Friday. Sorry if this is confusing, but I signed up for another market it's like a nighttime market, so it's from 6:30 to 9:30 or something like that, which I'm really excited for because I'll be able to like put some cute lighting in my booth, and it'll be my first outdoor market. I have a tent that I bought, and I bought another table because it's going to be a 10 by 10, which is bigger than what I did for my first market. But I'm just really excited to do my first outdoor market. I'm a little bit nervous about the wind because they emphasized that it is in a windy area and to make sure that you have good tent weights and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of worried about that because a lot of my stuff could definitely fly away and get ruined in the wind. So I'm hoping that it's not too bad. I ordered some tent walls, so I'm hoping that maybe I can put those up and it could help not make all my stuff blow away. But hopefully it's just not too windy. But that might be wishful thinking. But anyway, I'm gonna have that market and then another market a week later. And so I want to make sure I have a lot of stock so that the week in between the two markets, I'm not just having to make like a ton of stuff. But I will also have that week to kind of refill some of the stock that I hopefully sell at my upcoming market. So yeah, I'm going to finish my thumbnail. I'm uploading my first market vlog today, which already came out before this video, and that goes up today at 9. I already created a thumbnail, but I just need to change it. Anyway, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go to work, and I will be back when I get home. I need to figure out what I'm doing because there's so many times that I start filming and my microphone's not on, or I'm in slow-mo or whatever, but I just talked for like 10 minutes and my microphone wasn't connected, so let's try this again. Last night I finished quilting all of these makeup bags. This is how it looks. And I also finished quilting all of these Kindle sleeves and book sleeves. I still have some more Kindle sleeves to quilt, but I had ran out of the batting. That came in the mail last night, so I think tonight after work I should be able to cut out the rest of the Kindle sleeve batting and quilt it all. And then the next step is going to be labels. So I have two kinds of labels. This one is square, sorry for the glare, and then I have this one. I think I'm going to use these square ones on wallets, and then maybe the longer ones on makeup bags and Kindle sleeves, but I don't know, I'm just going to see how it looks. Hopefully tonight after work I can get all of the rest of the quilting done, and then I can move on to the next steps. I also need to cut out all of the zippers. I cut out all the zippers for the makeup bags already, but I ran out of zipper tape, so that also came in the mail yesterday. So I can start cutting out all of the zippers for the Kindle and book sleeves. I mostly use white and pink zipper, and that's what I ran out of, so I got a bunch more of that. And then today I have some more zipper bubbles coming. So after I finish quilting everything, and before or after I sew the labels on, I don't know, I will get all the zippers ready, and then I can start clipping everything together and it'll be ready to sew. I still have a lot I need to do to finish all of this, but I have a week and I think I'm gonna be able to do it. And I don't have any plans this weekend, so all of Saturday and Sunday I'm just gonna sew and try and get as much done as possible, and I'm really excited to do that because obviously I love sewing. I also got all of these pull tabs ready when I cut out all the fabric for the makeup bags, so that's what these are. And then I also have all of these like zipper tabs cut out, so I should be able to just get everything pinned and sewn pretty easily, hopefully, as long as everything goes well with zippers and everything, because they can be tricky sometimes. I think I've got the makeup bags down where they're going to turn out well, hopefully, every time. The Kindle and book sleeves, it's just, you know, the corners of the zippers that can be hard, so hopefully those all turn out good. And the keychain wallets, because I have a lot of those. Today, I need to go to work right now, so I'm not going to be able to work on anything this morning. But when I get home, hopefully I'll be able to finish quilting everything and moving on to the next steps, which will be nice. Yeah, I think that's the update. I'm gonna go to work and then I will see you when I get home and we can start cutting out batting and finish quilting. Hello, it's almost 7:30. I went to work. I made some crochet fruit turtles for my market while I was at work, and I got my batting in the mail today. So I finished cutting out all the batting and I just finished quilting all of it. Also, it's a disaster in here, but this is the reality of market. Anyway, I finished quilting everything, which is great. The next step is sewing on all of my labels. So I'm probably gonna get started on that. It is 7 o'clock on Friday night, and I just finished sewing the labels onto all of the makeup bags, Kindle sleeves, and book sleeves. I still need to sew the labels onto the chain wallets, but I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to sew them yet. So I'm just going to do all that later. For now, I just want to get all the Kindle sleeves, book sleeves, and makeup bags done. And then I'm going to move on to the keychain wallets. This is what it looks like on a book sleeve. Just put it down here in the corner. Kindle sleeves are the same. And for the makeup bags, I put them right here so that when it's all done, it should hopefully end up being just like right in the front, right there where the bag folds down. So hopefully I put them in a good spot because I sewed all of the labels on without testing if it was going to turn out in a good spot. So we will see. Now I'm going to cut out the zippers for the Kindle book sleeves, and then I'm going to pin the zippers onto everything other than the keychain wallets. Because like I said, that's going to be a later problem. But I'm going to cut out all the zippers and pin them, and then the linings on. Actually, I need to do some zipper tabs first for the makeup bags. The Kindle and book sleeves aren't going to have zipper tabs, so I can do that for those, but I need to sew the zipper tabs onto the zippers first before I pin them onto the makeup bags. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to pin all the zippers on, and then I'll sew it. I don't know how long that's going to take me, so it could be a while before I'm starting to sew the zippers. Hopefully I can start that tonight. I should be able to. It's only 7, but I don't know. I've never bulk prepped before like this, so I don't know how long it's going to take me, but that's what I'm going to do. Hi, it's the next morning. It is Saturday and it's about 8 a.m. I'm about to start sewing. Last night I pinned everything. These are the makeup bags, so I have the liners and outers pinned to the zipper. So I just need to sew those and then do it all again on the other side of the zipper. And then I also pinned all of the book sleeves and Kindle sleeves. So I should be able to just pretty quickly sew through all those. Well, not quickly, but I don't think it'll take me like too long. It's now 12:30 and I finished all of the zippers for all the Kindle sleeves, book sleeves, and makeup bags. So now I need to top stitch along the zipper on everything. It's going to be a little bit more complicated because I'm going to have to change bobbin thread, but that'll be easier than changing top thread, so it shouldn't be too hard. And I'll do them in order, obviously, of color, so it's the next step. We're getting closer, and then it's just time to sew everything up, and then they'll all be done. Hi, it is 4 o'clock, and I just finished top stitching everything. Took me way longer than I thought it was going to, but I had a few issues. I had to unpick some of them just because something went wrong or whatever. Now it's time to sew them all together, close them up. So I just pinned this one, and I just have to sew all the way around, flip it right side out, and close the opening, and then it'll be done. I just need to do that for all of them. And then with the makeup bags, I have to box all the corners and everything, so those will take a little bit longer, but there is a chance I could get all of this done today. At least like sewn, maybe not all flipped right side out and closed, but I mean that would be great if I could do all of that today too, but we'll see. I hope I can at least just sew everything and get it ready to close the liners. Yeah, I'm gonna start pinning all of these. That'll probably take me a while, but I'm gonna pin everything and then I'm going to continue to sew. Hi, it's 9:30 now, and I've finished sewing all together the Kindle sleeves and makeup bags, other than I'm just gonna show you. For the Kindle sleeves, I have them all at this stage, which is just sewing the liners, and then those are done. So I have all of those ready, other than the liners. Oh my god, I can't think right now. So I have all of those done and ready to sew the liner shut. And then for the regular size book sleeves, I have them all pinned like this. So there's this giant stack of book sleeves ready to be sewn. And then for the makeup bags, I have them all sewn. I just need to cut out the corners and box out all the corners, turn them right side out, and then sew the liners. And then I'm done with everything, other than the keychain wallets. So I should be able to finish all of this tomorrow, which is going to feel really good because then I can just spend the rest of the week, well, like all of next week, doing the keychain wallets before and after work. And then that's everything that I like really wanted to get done. There's more crocheting that I need to do, but not a ton. I mean, I can always do more, but there's a few things that I'd like to get done before Friday, but I'm able to do that at work a little bit. So I'm exhausted. I've been sewing pretty much since the second I woke up this morning, so I'm exhausted and I'm ready to go to bed and my brain is struggling right now. So just thought I would update you before I went to bed, but I will see you tomorrow to finish the rest of my sewing. Hello, it is Sunday. It's 1:30 right now, and I have officially finished sewing everything except for the liners. All of the book sleeves, all of the makeup bags, all of the Kindle sleeves are done and ready to be sewn shut. Ready for the liners to be sewn shut. And a lot of them are not white, so that's why I waited till now to do that, so I can sew all of the pink ones at once, all of the green ones, all of the blue ones. Anyway, you get it. But it feels really good. I'm so close to being done prepping all of this. My husband helped me flip all of the book sleeves right side out, so that was really helpful. He did that while I was working on the makeup bags. Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to start sewing all of them closed. It is 4:21 and I have officially finished all of the book sleeves, Kindle sleeves, and makeup bags, and it feels so good. I still need to do all the keychain wallets, but I am not going to include that in this video. I'm just gonna do that throughout the rest of the week. Today's Sunday and my market is on Friday night, so over the next couple days I'm gonna get as many keychain wallets done as I can. But let me show you everything that I made. I have all of these makeup bags. I think there's 8 of them. I'm gonna show you my favorite one. It's really pretty pattern and a little heart zipper pull, which I think is really cute, and then it's just pink on the inside. I just love this one. I think the gold looks really pretty with this pattern. That one. Pink bows, pink on the inside. This pink and green one with pink polka dot fabric on the inside. This blue bow one with blue on the inside, same heart zipper. This flower one, it's green on the inside, and we have a silver heart zipper. This pink one, heart zipper, pink on the inside. Sorry, I'm just rushing through these because there's a lot. This one is different because it has a bow on it. I made this one a lot earlier and it's currently full of wristlets. So if you can hear that, that's what's in there. This one has the fabric. I also love this combo. I think it's really cute. And the last one is this pink bow one, and that has pink gingham on the inside. That is all of the makeup bag. There's 8 of those. And for Kindle sleeves, I have this whole stack. I think there's 15 Kindle sleeves. And there's about 2 of each pattern. Some of them have one less, well, just one of them. This one I only made one of because I ran out of fabric. But so many Kindle sleeves. I'm not gonna go into all of them because that would take forever. But they all have a zipper. And a lot of them match the makeup bags. Like this one has the same rose liner on the inside. And then they all have my label down at the bottom. All those. I found another Kindle sleeve, so there's actually 16. And then I have 15 book sleeves. They're the exact same as the Kindle sleeves with my label down in the bottom, zipper. These are supposed to fit almost any book size. I haven't tested them yet, but I have so many. They look so cute together. I love all of the patterns that I picked. But yeah, that's everything that we made in this video. I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, a lot of frustration, and I'm glad to be done with it. Again, I had a lot of fun doing it as well. They just turned out so cute. I love them. But yeah, that is the end of this video. If you got to the end of this video, I really appreciate it, and I will see you next week.